Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is the Brew City Rider. And yesterday the brews were flowing, let me tell you. Went with my wife and daughter to the state fair, Wisconsin State Fair. And man, that is a good time. If you haven't been out there, if you're in the area or anywhere near the area, I highly recommend it. They made a lot of improvements over last year or possibly the year before. I don't remember if I went last year. There was a few new stages, I guess I'll call them, and food areas, including the Knucklehead Pub from Eagle, Wisconsin, which is a well-known biker bar in this area. In fact, I was just there the other day. They've got quite the setup out there with their own music stage and a huge food operation. I was very impressed. They got some cool corrugated looking tin wrapping around their roof. I didn't eat there though, I just stopped by, watched the band for a while. Had my main meal at Saz's, which is another iconic Milwaukee bar restaurant. They're always at the festivals. And when I was at Saz's, I ate out on their patio. And while we're eating, the band was setting up. And I didn't know who they were. I didn't really pay attention. And once they started playing, they sounded really good, so I was kind of off to the side. I kind of went up to the front and checked it out, and I was surprised it was the Bobby Frisch Band. You may be familiar with them. They're well known, at least around these parts. They play at a lot of the Harley festivals. They usually play at the Milwaukee Rally somewhere. I'm sure they're going to be there this year too. And yeah, they're a good time. I recommend them. Well, as you can see, it's another beautiful August day in Wisconsin. Not. Look at this. This is crazy weather. It's about 72 degrees again. Totally cloudy out. Yesterday there was rain threatening the whole area pretty much all day, but we took a chance because it wasn't a solid cloud cover and the radar didn't show solid rain. It was just pockets of rain. So we took a chance, and I'll be damned if every single pocket of rain missed us. It was an absolutely gorgeous day at State Fair Park. Like I would say near perfect weather. So anyway, I just wanted to get out on the bike a little bit, and I thought I'd give you guys an update. If you saw my last video, I was out testing my new Fitfort action camera, and when I went to edit, the video worked fine, but the audio was somehow stripped. And I spent several hours researching this since that last video, and I discovered a lot of things. I'll just keep it brief. Basically, GoPro is very finicky or particular as to the audio and video that it likes to use. Obviously, it prefers the audio and video taken from a GoPro camera. They work flawlessly. But anything else, not so much. For example, something as simple as a basic JPEG image. I snapped 3 of them on my Fitfort, and I tried to bring them in to GoPro Studio. And just to qualify all this, I'm talking about GoPro Studio, because that is what I use. might be a different story if you use a high-end program like Adobe Premiere or something like that. So I bring the JPEG in, and it's nothing. It's just a black square. So the JPEGs from my Fitfort won't work with the GoPro Studio editing software. So the video works fine. Like I said, it strips the audio. So what I ended up doing is, and this is a real long story, I'm not going to really bore you with all the details, but I did a lot of testing. I used a lot of different methods, different programs, different ways of dropping it into GoPro Studio. In other words, in step 1, some in step 2. So the one that finally worked for me is I found a nice clean video converter, and there's a lot of junk out there, believe me. It was my third download of ones that I researched and the ones that look good, but the first 2 did not work. So the third time's a charm. And what I did is I converted the .mov video files from my Fitfort to MP4s, which is what the GoPro records in. And then what I had to do is I had to crop them in this same conversion program. And I was trying to think of the name of it for you. I think it's called HD Video Converter. So I had to crop them in that program as well, which is very easy. And then from there I was able to drop them into step 1 in GoPro Studio and convert them along with all the other GoPro videos to AVI files into step 2. And then what I have to do from there is basically leave them alone. GoPro still doesn't like them, even though the audio and video will work. I have to just not click on them, not scrub through them, not crop, not split, nothing. You might be able to get away with doing it once, twice, maybe even 3 times. But eventually GoPro Studio is going to totally freeze up. I even left it in that state for a day and a half, and I came back and it was still spinning. So then you got to go to Task Manager and kill the program. And then you simply bring it back up and it asks you if you want to load your project, and you say yes. So I mean, you don't even lose anything. So it's a pain in the ass, but not too bad, I guess. I'll put some Fitfort video on this one too and use my new method, and we'll see how that goes. Oh, that's a cool old tree. This is a nice road. It's County MB in Kenosha County. I'll throw a couple photos taken from my GoPro from this stretch of road. Basically just to get some more practice using photos, which I haven't done much of. just happen to be going by U-line right now, off to my right. Up over there. I don't know if you guys ever heard of it, but there apparently is a lot of money in boxes. They make boxes. This is their headquarters here, and it's like the Taj Mahal. Look at this landscaping. It's just beautiful. It continues on. This is still U-line. Look at this place. Check it out. Looks like a big fancy lodge, ski lodge or something. It's ridiculous. Look at this place. Anyway, that's not their only building here. They've got several. I don't even know how many in Kenosha County alone. And I think they're building another one, a big one by Amazon down the road. Anyway, so that's all I got for you on my Fitfort. We'll see how the edit goes today after I put this, or start playing with this video and audio. Yeah, I'll come back at you when I get down by the lake. Nice dogs. Alright guys, I think I'm going to nut it here and just take a little cruise back home. Take the dogs out on the deck and have a cigar and a beer, of course. So anyway, I hope this was helpful, or at least a little bit interesting. we'll see how the new video from the Fitfort turns out on this edit. Hopefully it goes smoothly. So take care. This is the Brew City Rider signing out. Later.